Hi everyone, welcome back. In this video, we want to move down the steps and just see what's left of this project. I think I had an idea for a few bits more, but it might be an idea just now to just try to get through as much of this as possible and stop adding too much more. But this one's going to be a very short video, I promise. We're just going to look at creating a navigation bar. So I've gone to Bootstrap, and to be fair, the first navigation bar will be perfect for what we want to do. So I'm just going to copy that and let's close these tabs down. So what we want to look at is not our home page, not our detail page. We're going to go into our templates directory. Let's close our app and let's open our base template and close that for a second. We don't want to do that. Okay, so so this is the head of our, and obviously then our navigation bar is going to go somewhere here. So this is our container. Should we have our navigation bar within our container? Actually, no, I'm not, but I'm going to create a separate container for that. So let's create another container dot container, and then let's throw our navigation bar that we just copied from Bootstrap straight in. So if I save this as it is, let's start our environment, virtual environment, and then let's run our script. Let's run our server. Let's see, does that make a difference right now? So if we go to our home page and let's just refresh. There we go. So you can see our navigation bar has appeared straight away on the top. And now all we want to do is just dress this up a bit. So where we have IMDb clone, that should go there. It'd be nice if we didn't have IMDb clone, if we just had a name. We haven't thought about one. So I'm just going to throw a logo in. I'm going to throw in like a logo, like this popcorn logo. Did I import? We got Bootstrap. We've got Bootstrap icons. Let's have a look at the Bootstrap icons. So if we go to Bootstrap, let's go to icons. Do we have pop? Oh, no, we don't. We have film. We have film. Well, let's just throw in one for now. It doesn't really matter too much what it is. So let's take that as it is. And gosh, how do I make these bigger again? Let's copy that. Let's go to here, and where it says Navbar, let's get rid of that. And let's put in our icon instead. And I think one way we can make that bigger is just put in H1 as a class. Let's go back and let's check our website again. Cool. Okay, so we have a logo. The background color will work on. So we're going to leave home as it is. I'm going to leave a search bar as it is, and we'll probably work on the search bar later. But what I really want then is, now that that's done, I mean, that's basically our navigation bar. And let's just literally, let's stick that in there, in the body. And I think that should enable dark mode for all of the website, according to documentation. Let's refresh. That's not bad. Okay, so then what I'm going to do though, change the cards so that the background of our card is not the same color as the background. So if, for example, that is a dark gray, let's go to the colors. Let's go to color. Let's go to our cards. Right, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to take the class BG body tertiary color and let's throw that into our cards. So if we go to home, films, and if we go to home page and we look at our cards, where's our cards? There we go. So what we'll do is we'll throw it in there. There we go. So that has lightened our background colors for our cards. That's fine. Okay, so if we go back to the base HTML, what I want to do is just put the links into some of the buttons. In fact, I'm going to remove some of the buttons because what I'm going to do in my next videos is add, like a top 250, bottom 250, where we have the Navbar brand. So for example, that's where we're seeing our icon. Where's our icon? Isn't that where I put it? Oh, I put it here. There we go. Right. So Navbar brand, yes. So what we want to do is we want to change that, and we want to make that into a URL. So we're going to say URL, and then we'll say films dash home. So that should then link that button there to our home page, and that should be fine actually. There's our A. Yeah, I believe that's fine. In fact, what we'll do is we'll add the same thing to where it says home there. Okay, and I'll leave the others for now. Let's give it a go. If we refresh, so now if we click on home, it does link back to the home page. So for example, if I was to click on a film and then click on home, it takes me back to the film, to the home page, and the icon takes me back to the home page as well. And in fact, okay, last thing then is what I can see is if I want to click on a film, I have to click on the link to the title as well, but really I should be able to do that with the image as well. So since this is about navigation, it's not navigation bar, let's add that in there as well. So let's go back to our templates, and if we go to home page, where we're going to have a for loop for each film. So where's our image? Where's our image? Image. Okay, no, sorry, that's our thingy. That's our pagination. Where's our image? There's our image. Okay. And we're just going to borrow this one where it says film title. We'll borrow, in fact, we'll borrow all of that. We'll borrow that. And where it says image source, we're also going to give this image. Let's put that on a new line. There we go. So we're also going to give this image a link. Let's try that out. So let's refresh. So now each image, except it doesn't do that. Okay, so what we'll do instead is we'll wrap each image in a link. So we'll do that. We will borrow our link. We'll put that there. Then we'll take that and we will stick that there. And we will put that on a new line again. Sorry, on the previous line. That should be there. Should be there. And we'll nest that inside. Just close that gap. Good. Right, so now each image should also be a link. And now it is. Yeah. So that's working. Cool. Okay. That's our quick and dry lesson on navigation. Okay, so before I go, another thing that bothered me, this is going to be quick and dirty, is on the links for our films, I did want to remove the underline. I just don't think it looks that nice, so I'm just going to borrow this. In fact, let's go back to here for a second. And where we have our, on our home page, we've got our links. Where are we? There's the film title here. So I want to remove the link from here where it says film title. So I'm going to borrow that class. So let's borrow the whole thing like that. So text decoration none. And using that class, we are going to remove, boom. Let's save that and let's go back. Let's check our home page. And there we go. All right, cool. So our films are all good. We've removed the underline. Last thing we're going to do is we're going to stretch the background color to our navigation bar all the way across. But what I don't want to do is I don't want the icons and the text to be stretched that far out either. Okay, and a quick way to do that, once you actually bother reading the documentation, is that although it's not required, you can wrap your navbar in a container, which is what I did, to center it on page. They'll note that an inner container is still required, or you can add an inner container to only center the contents of the fixed or static top navbar. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to our base template, and I'm going to remove my container. Let's get rid of what's my navigation bar? Oh yeah. I had a container for my navigation. I'm going to move that from there. Okay, so let's get rid of that line, and let's put our container on the inside. Let's see what happens if I remove that. Right, as you can see, it's moved it all the way across, which is not what I wanted. The colors moved all the way across, but I didn't want the icons to do that. So if we go back again, so it's either a case of removing where it says container fluid. What do we get now? That's exactly what I want. Cool, problem solved. That's today's video.